I always wondered what exactly made our Earth sustain life. I always wondered how was our planet the only planet that could create life and sustain it throughout all these ages. And then I found out that it's balance. Balance is the maintenance of stability, and it is what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about how we have tipped the balance of our planet, but also how we can regain it. So let's start with a simple example. Let's say this is an African savanna ecosystem. There's lions, zebras, grass, and decomposers which recycle the nutrients and put it back into the soil, which helps grass grow. It's a cycle. You could have too many lions and the zebras would all die. You could have too little lions and then the zebra population would go so high that the grass would be depleted and then the zebras would have no food for themselves. The balance of an ecosystem depends on the populations of its organisms. And everything from ecosystems to the very crust that we stand on is maintained in balance. Crust is divided into many plates called tectonic plates, and at one edge it's being created, but on the other edge it's being destroyed. Even the oxygen that we breathe is part of a cycle that is in balance. And if we have too much oxygen in our atmosphere, our world would be lit on fire, but too little, and we would all perish. And Earth has gone through massive fluctuations throughout time, like mass extinctions, and it always regains itself. But this time there's another mass extinction coming, and it's not being caused by some deadly virus or some meteor. It's being caused by humans themselves. Humans have been using resources and creating so much trash on this planet that we are causing many imbalances. You can search up for scenic images of the planet, like natural systems, and come up with beautiful images. But soon these will be gone. And you can do the same for animals, but soon they will be gone as well. And this is not a minor issue. There's actually a huge collection of trash in the Pacific Ocean called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And many animals that we hold close to our heart are dying by the second, like whales, dolphins, and even green sea turtles. And did you know that there's actually 254 million tons of trash that are produced by Americans alone each year? And trash is just one small factor that contributes to imbalance. We still have deforestation, erosion, pollution, climate change. Animals, wildlife populations such as rhinos, elephants, even our relatives such as chimpanzees are all predicted to go extinct in a dangerously close amount of time. And this affects all the ecosystems that they live in as well. There's also plants. Plants produce oxygen that we breathe, and they take in carbon dioxide, which we exhale, and which we emit into the atmosphere through burning fossil fuels. Yet 18 million acres of forest are cleared out each year. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed the other day, and I saw a post that said that if trees gave out Wi-Fi signals, we'd be planting them everywhere. But it's too bad they only give us oxygen. So our unsustainable use of resources and our deforestation are all contributing to imbalance. And just like the zebras in the example that I gave before, we are going to use up all of the resources until there are none left for ourselves. And then guess what happens? We will go extinct as well. So what can we do to stop this? You've heard this phrase a million times, reduce, reuse, recycle, but it really is not being practiced to the extent. I did a survey and about 60% of the people said they didn't even think about recycling. I come to school every day and I see many students that have plastic water bottles and I don't know if they recycle it or not. You can buy metal water bottles like I have and they're cost less because you only have to buy them once. They take up less space and they also have no environmental impact. All you have to do is clean them and refill them. And the same applies to metal straws. The same applies to plastic straws. You can buy metal straws and all you have to do is clean them. Last year I also found out that the meat industry itself produces the most air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, loss of biodiversity, climate change. And so since last year I've been vegetarian. Now I'm not asking you to change your diet, but even reducing your consumption of meat and dairy will help slower the process, slower the rate of imbalance by a lot. And there is good news. There are NGOs, several NGOs such as WWF that are helping. Several celebrities such as Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Ruffalo, Natalie Portman, James Cameron, that are all helping, and they're all huge environmentalists, but this is not enough. We are the majority. We, the people, hold the power of change in our very arms. But it is our choice whether we can use that power or not. Because in the end, no one is going to come here to save us. No one can save us but us. If we do not change our lifestyles for the better, no change is going to happen. We got to remember that this planet is not just for us. It is for all forms of life. It is for our children, and then their children, and then their children. So let's not take this gift of life for granted. Let's start treating this gift with respect. Let's not use as many resources as we do. Let's not produce as much waste as we produce. And let's start treating this planet, not treating this planet like a grocery store, like a landfill, like a reservoir of unlimited resources at our fingertips, because it is not. Let's start treating this planet like it is our only one, because it really, really is. Thank you.